Probably not good for the transmission. I guess we'll see. What's cracking, YouTube? Today's Friday, and I thought I'd do a little off the top of my head topic conversations, like whatever pops into my head. Lately, I've been force-fed this propaganda, this hysteria about the Ebola. I'll edit that out. The Ebola outbreak. Yes, people, this is an epidemic. This is nuts, people. People are just dropping like flies. This is like all over the news. The president's involved. I love how people are like, the president, he's responsible for the Ebola crisis. I got an email talking to what is Ebola? Things you should look out for with Ebola. It was like symptoms. Or like 25 days or something like that of unsymptomatic. Like there's 25 days where you don't even know you have it. Everything's fine. Okay. So, okay, check. 26th day, you get a little bit of vomiting and diarrhea. Okay. The 27th day, you feel out of the sorts. Okay. 28th day, you're dead. That's a crazy transition from just like throwing up and a little pukey and feeling a little weird to dying like in the next day. It's like the 24-hour flu, except you die at the end of that 24 hours. I don't know, guys. It's not a big deal. Except for, didn't that lady like get on a plane? Okay, so she came in contact with like 200 people, let's say. But wait, if those 200 people came in contact with 200 people, it's an epidemic, people. This is a big deal. I didn't do the math earlier. This is a big deal. I don't know. I just think it's a little wacko, a little wacko that it's like getting so much publicity. So I thought I'd make a little video about it. Anyways, I'm pulling up onto my house. Ebola. What is your guys' thoughts? What do you think? Is it crazy that the media's blown it out of proportion? Or do you think it's a real problem, a real thing that we need to involve the national security and the president, and everybody needs to be involved in this? Just crazy. Just wash your hands, people. If you're walking down the street and you see somebody vomiting and, diarrheaing all over the place, don't touch them. Try not to get puked on. Anybody else's car smell like feet? That smells like feet. Ebola. The Ebola virus. The more I say it, it's just, I don't know what it means anymore. I think it's funny that people are like worried about it. Like Nancy in Wichita, Kansas. It's a place. Look it up. I don't know if it's Nancy's afraid to even go outside. She's calling her grandson to do Walmart runs for her because she's afraid that she's going to get the Ebola. That Obama's going to give her the Ebola. It's his fault. It's his fault we have the Ebola. Everything's the president's fault right now. Anything bad, it's the president's fault. We don't have enough Snickers bars, Obama. There's too many dang people in the grocery store. In the lines at the grocery store. It's President Obama is the cause of this. Okay, so 3 people diagnosed with Ebola in the United States. But isn't there something like 50 trillion people in the United States? I think it's at least 100 trillion people in the United States. And you got sweet old Nancy crying herself to sleep, wearing a gas mask to bed. I just think it's nutty that this is even like a thing that people are talking about. It's all over the news just because of one thing, I think. Obama. The news is a joke. If you want the real news, subscribe to me. I'll give you the straight up news. Real news. Real stuff that matters, that affects you. Ebola. You're gonna die. Anyways, subscribe or you're gonna get Ebola. Subscribe and I will give you helpful tips on how to survive the Ebola crisis. Tip number 1. if you see somebody puking and crapping themselves on the street, don't touch them. Tip number 2. I don't know. I don't have any. Stay tuned. Well, my car's about to rattle apart into pieces, so I got to get out of here before it blows up and burns me inside of it. Anyways, leave comments. Tell me what you think about the Ebola crisis. Whether you think it's a joke or whether you think it's something serious. Obviously, the disease itself is not a joke, and I'm not trying to make fun of the gentleman who passed away. I'm not, that's not funny. But how the media is blowing it up and making this a bigger deal than it is, and how sweet old Nancy is getting terrified about it, that's funny to me, and I'll talk about that all day long. So anyways, alright guys, keep it real. I'm going to get some food. See ya. What I think is funny is that we're like, as a society, we're so concerned, with the United States, and where we have 3 people that have been, 2 people have it right now, and 1 person's already died from it. That's 3 people. It's an outbreak. It's spreading. It's an epidemic. It's not an epidemic, people. You want to know what is an epidemic? Obesity, cancer. We're so concerned about these 3 people, and we're making such a big deal out of these 3 people. How many people in Africa have it? Thousands. I don't know. I just thought I'd get your take on it, see what you guys thought. Are we all doomed? Is this the apocalypse? Is this the end of the world? Is Ebola going to take us out? Let me know in the comments. I just want to say real fast as I'm pulling in the driveway that thank you guys for subscribing. I know there's a million other people you could subscribe on the tube of you. That sounded gross. On YouTube. So I thank you for subscribing. I can't believe it that we've already got this many subscribers. You guys are cool people. I've communicated with you guys through the comments. I like that you have the same sense of humor as me. A lot of funny people out there. So I don't know. Thank you guys. Keep the comments coming. It's funny to me. I'm gonna do a question and answers episode in the future, and I want to have some like funny back and forth with you guys. So anyways, Ebola. I think I got it. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You can see it well, but...
Wow. Look at the sky, everybody.
Wait.
What do you think, baby?